Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to another Tip for Tuesday. So excited. I love these Tuesdays where we're going to just bring you some tips. Hopefully, they are helping you out in your wholesale business. If you need any tips on any certain thing, don't hesitate to reach out to me or reach out to Randy, Brian at simplewholesaling.com, Randy at simplewholesaling.com. If you got something you want us to cover, we would love to cover it for you or go over it, make it a Tip for Tuesday. If it's a big topic, we can do a webinar Wednesday on it. But today, what we're going to talk about is a little bit of the reverse wholesale. So I love the reverse wholesale. It works out so well, especially if you're just starting out. Your buyers list is limited. It's a great opportunity to kind of work on your deals, kind of work on what you're doing. But even an established wholesaler like ourselves, we love the reverse sale. It makes things so much easier. What the reverse wholesale is basically where you know exactly what your buyer wants. Your buyer says, hey, I'm looking for this 2-bedroom, 1-bath property in this area at this price point. You know exactly what they're looking for. You can go out and find that property. You're specifically going out, marketing to that property, finding buyers of that property, working with other wholesalers that have properties with that. Exactly like that, you can connect your buyer with. So it's a great way to, number one, know what your buyer is specifically looking for, knowing their criteria, things like that, and then being able to go out there and specifically find those properties. Sometimes when people ask us, of like, oh, what are you looking for? What are you guys looking to buy? When I say, oh, we buy everything. We're all over Indianapolis. We'll buy anything from, a $5,000 property to a, $300,000 property, something like that. They're not going to bring me deals. I'm not going to be able to find things like that because I'm too open. I'm too big of a wide range. But when I say, hey, I'm looking for three bedroom, 1-bath in Eagledale or Speedway or, Christian Park, anything like that, I can get deals. People will bring me deals specifically for that because that's what I'm looking for. So when you're updating your criteria and you're knowing what you're really looking for, you reach out to your buyers, knowing their criteria, and you go out and specifically look for those properties. That's what we like to call the reverse wholesale, and it works out so well. So, Randy, I know you do a great job of this, of keeping up to date with what's going on with your buyers, and that way we can inform our acquisitions team on what to look out for, what we should be going out and trying to get under contract and buy and stuff. So what are some tips you have for people when they're working with their buyers on kind of basically being that connector for that reverse wholesale?
Yeah. Like you said, I reverse wholesale probably on a daily basis. So, I'm always keeping in touch with any new buyers, and then existing buyers that I've sold a handful of properties to, just to
Actually, you just sent me a property like 10 minutes ago and said, hey, we need something like this in this area.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's what it is. So if you're having a conversation with a new buyer, you want to know exactly what they're looking for. And like you said, if they just say, I want single family, $100,000 and under, that's not someone that you could most likely do a deal with because they didn't really give you any meat. So, you're just going to want to ask them, it's like, okay, well, did you want to flip this? Do you want to use it as a rental? Like, tell me more about this. Do you have a minimum bedroom count? And then just squeeze as much information out of them as possible. So basically, if you have a handful of properties, you can kind of funnel it through, and one of them is going to stick based on what they told you. But yeah, I do this all the time. The easiest thing to do is just like you said, knowing what they want and just going after it. And if you don't have inventory, that's when you can possibly JV. We made another video about how to co-wholesale and wholesale someone else's property. You can go back and watch that for just kind of go that route. So. And you can also start marketing just directly towards those type of properties in those areas if you want, and start filtering those leads through. And also, I think reverse wholesaling honestly starts as like maybe bird dogging for someone. So if someone's like really, really entry into this, trying to get into wholesale, but doesn't even want to go the route of assigning deals just because they're kind of, nervous to get started, but they want to bird dog and just make a, $500 fee here and there. That's really kind of how it starts. So if someone came to us, Brian, and said, hey, I want to get leads for you guys. Where are you buying? Like, hey, I need properties. I don't know, in Beech Grove right now. I got a lot of buyers in Beech Grove. Go down there and, find me some motivated sellers. And that's kind of in essence, reverse wholesaling. They're going to find you, they're going to give us you some leads. And if they convert, we'll be able to give them $500, whatever we agree to. So it kind of starts there. And then when you start wholesaling yourself, you take those kind of lessons you learned to kind of hunt for something and use those with your buyers, and provides tremendous value. It makes you look like because you do care for your buyer's interest. You want to have them keep coming back and buying from you. But when you do it, first of all, it makes the personal satisfaction is good because you feel like you accomplished something that he kind of pulled out of thin air and just brought those people together. And then your buyers will love you for it, and just it builds your reputation. They'll keep coming back.
Yeah. So I like what you said there of, it is a good stepping stone. We kind of teach that in like our wholesaling one-on-one classes, and some of the content we put out there of like, hey, this is a good step to like start bird dogging, and then you kind of move to a reverse wholesale, and then you become a full-fledged, maybe you do some joint ventures, stuff like that, and then you're a full-fledged wholesaler and stuff. But I think a lot of people lose that reverse wholesale step once they start doing it and they've done a few deals and things, and they're kind of off and running, and now they're just looking for as many deals as they can get and stuff. And that's great. That's a great thing to do. But sometimes just reverting back to that, like, okay, let me check in on my buyers. Let me know exactly what they want. Now I'm going to go out and hunt for that. It's a great strategy to have, especially when you have times like this when the inventory is a little bit low, or maybe
Yeah.
your buyers list is getting a little tight on their money when you have an election coming up, so people don't know what's going on. Those types of things, a great opportunity to reverse wholesale, figure out who's buying, what do they want, and go out and get it. Little J.K. Dobbins quote, going go get it and come back with it right there.
Yeah.
So, Randy is another Buckeye fan, so we had to throw that in here for us. But no, great stuff. Let us know, like I said at the beginning, if you have any tips or any things that you want us to cover. We would love to do that for you, so don't hesitate to reach out. And with that, that's another tip for Tuesday. We'll see you back next week.